Morning guys, how are you all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. So this is our Bitcoin morning brief. So straight over to the charts. So yeah, you can see nice move up. We got that move we were looking for from last night's video. I mean near enough up to 10,500. I've got the wick up to what is this, around 10,475, $25 off, not bad. And yeah, I mean it was pretty obvious we're gonna basically get up there pretty quick as soon as we took out that high. So yeah, great trade there. Obviously, yeah, just get your stop buy orders in over 9,800, and then we're just off to the races. So yeah, obviously a lot of people clearly had that idea, because that's basically obviously why the price action did what it did. Right, so now we've got to assess the situation now. So we're clearly out of this long-term downward trend line now, so that is that obviously has big implications for the macro. What I'm going to do is we're going to have to draw a line, horizontal line. So this is probably going to be about the new level of support that we're going to have to stay above, these sort of highs around here. So I think we'll draw it here. Don't ask me why it's so thick. That will do, and then the top part of that box we will draw. We'll basically draw those highs there. So this is sort of our support zone. Actually, that's probably a bit high. That's about where we are now. But yeah, we'll put it down. We'll move it down a little bit, so around there, just so it's not as quite as thick. So yeah, let me just. Yeah, anyway, I'll fill that box in with some grey later. So yeah, you can see, right, we've got to kind of hold above this area. If we don't, then I mean we could definitely have a bit of a retrace to, I mean even potentially, like I've been saying, have a come and test down to either this slope, this top of this pennant, or the top of this larger time frame one, wherever that actually is, and that's clearly around 9,500. So that's definitely a possibility, I would say, and quite healthy price action, as we've seen in other markets that do a similar thing. I mean, I will whiz you over really quick so you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. Yeah, sorry, no, wait a minute, we'll go back. We will undo that, see if it'll take us back. Yeah, so the reason that's gone is because I'm not on the right chart. So let me just show you really quickly on here. So this is what I'm looking at. See, we broke out the pennant. We had an initial move up. Then we come down, test the top of it, and then we go off to the races. So basically this is the live price action of euro dollar. If you guys watch my euro my forex videos, but that is basically the sort of very similar thing that we could see here. We get the move up, we come back, test the top, whether be it this pennant top line or the major one, and then we're off to the races. So that's how a lot of people, that's how a lot of professional traders trade. They will buy the breakout, take profits, and then they'll look to put on a proper position once we retest the old resistance, and then start to move off it again. And that's why you sort of get those sort of movements in price action, as you can clearly see in euro, US dollar. But yeah, so far as the actual short-term move, I mean, we can see 4 hour Stokes is turning over 12 hours. 12 hours did turn up, but I mean it's going to take a lot to keep it up here now, so these will potentially turn down a bit. So I expect now we'll play out this range. We'll play around this range for a bit, potentially drop below this sort of line we've got here, which will take us pretty much back into the sub 10Ks. But I do think that would be a buying opportunity, basically. Yeah, I do think that'll be a buying opportunity. Failing that, though, the upside is clearly clearing above this 10,500, well, basically 10,500 to 10,600 level, in which case we're pretty quickly, again, it would just be a pretty quick move up to 11.5k. But do I think we're going to get that straight away right now in like the next day or so? I'm not too sure. I think we are going to play out this range a bit more. We're going to try and mess about with a few of the FOMO longs. We're potentially going to come down and test the top of these, one of these trend lines, coming in at potentially around 9,500. And yeah, and then obviously if we do that and we don't hold that, obviously that doesn't look good for Bitcoin. But I do think there are people now that will be looking for entries, seeing as we are breaking out macro time frames. So the trend is obviously your friend. This is why the trend is your friend, because people do look to basically go with the larger time frame trend and put positions on when you get breakouts. So we've had that now. So you would have to assume the bias of the market is now more so to come in and buy. And the open interest has gone up as well. So this buying was done on increased volume. So there's increased open interest in the market now. But again, looking at the 4 hour, you can see we've got this 4 hour 9 candle coming up soon. So maybe that will facilitate a bit of our drop. I mean, we've got this this sort of short term like there. This is one of the lines we've drawn in. Where's the other one gone? I definitely drew 2 lines above there. Is one of them red? That's the current price? Anyway, I'll have to draw them on when I got off. I think I've moved it around, if you can see here. There we go, it's back. So yeah, let me lock those drawing tools. So yeah, this is sort of the level. I think if we break below here, which is like, it's basically it's a nice round numberish, isn't it? Around 10k, 10.1k. If we break below there, then yeah, I think we'll play out some of the sort of downside area of the range, fill out this zone a bit before making a move up. I mean, that seems perfectly healthy to me. I mean, if we do just break up and go straight to 11.5k, I mean, that is fine, because there will be there's a potential for that for sure. And then I would probably expect us then not to, well, there's 2 ways of looking at this. We can look at this pennant, which is obviously a shorter time frame one, or we can look at the big massive one we've got going off, obviously in the macro since like the end of 2017. So obviously the macro one, we can get further away from it up to 11.5 and still come back and test it, and that's perfectly fine. But this shorter time frame one, this one here, if we get up to about 11.5k, I don't think it's appropriate to think we're going to come and test this one. But the thing is, they're coming around the same area, so so you just have to I mean, you can't really differentiate why the price action will be moving down to that zone if it does. So yeah, I mean, obviously weekly and monthly looking even better now. The weekly 9, here we go. This I say this, I always say this, and you guys will know that I say this. We can accelerate into a 9, so you can get a big movement on the 9 candle. So yeah, and obviously that is clearly what we've seen here, a big acceleration into this 9 candle. So I mean, that's just how it'll often work. It's not just as simple as when you get the 9 sell it, because you can easily get squeezed on that move, because it is a trend exhaustion indicator. So at the end of the trend, you sort of get the blow off top, and then that's why you get the big candles. But anyway, so yeah, so back to the 4 hour again. Yeah, so I mean, potentially, we've got to either break up higher quickly. I would say above this candle here, so around, let's just call it like 10,300. Get about 10,300. I think we will be looking at breaking 10,500. But I don't see that as the most likely scenario today. I think just more consolidation around here or lower, or maybe even in this zone would make more sense to me. So we'll see what happens anyway. But yeah, so remember, smash the likes, guys, hit those thumbs up, and yeah, thanks for listening. Remember, it's not a financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor. Plenty more videos on various markets, including Bitcoin again later on, coming today, and I will speak to you all soon.